Say a couple of Hail Marys for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. Ask Allah to protect and adore me. Pray for me. Pray for me. Buddha put some peace before me. Somebody pray for me. Pray for me. I'm on my knees giving Jesus the glory. I'm undeniable. 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 Nothing you can do to stop me.
Can you hear me? Anyone here? Why can't I hear anybody?
What up, yo?
Oh, there you go. What up?
Coming through this motherfucker. Hallucinate.
Sound settings.
Yeah, with my killers. Through the projects. And I'm skating on day.
Better be careful where you at and which way you wear your hat. What colors you got on, cause your ass will get clapped. Bam, back to the old me. Rapping with the OGs, even when I'm sleep. Bitches got my strap on me. In my blade too. You gon' play who? You gon' fade who? Bitch, I will shake you, erase you from existence. If you don't keep your distance, I kick it, y'all can wicked, get marked off the hit list. Always on some bitch shit, keep it to yourself, man. I'm self-made, self-paid, hell I let it rain. We can tell you plain, we can tell you ain't what you say you are. You ain't hard, you a flake, yeah. Break them off, break them down, this time needs an enema. It's time to get above, red above, red above. I'm fed up all the whack rappers, they liars. I'm a villain, I'm a gangster, I'm a rider.
I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat.
Project nigga bustin', ain't no time for no discussion. About to drop this deadly weapon, Satan too, like I'm from Russia. Talking crazy, we gon' rush you, beat you down, cause you a sucker. You ain't from around my block, so ho, you ain't shit but a customer. Dirty hoes, I'm dusting ya, the rivers where they dumping ya. Stay project boy for life, so ain't nobody that can touch us, bro. Identify the target in the parking lot, a target roll up on him, blow his brains and leave him dripping on the carpet. Victim to at his apartment, we gon' finish what we started. Ask his lady where the dope, she tell me in the glove compartment of the drop top bins. Then take all of the ends, I'm gon' tell you all you want. If you just please, just let me live. I got kids that got a future, told her shut up before I shoot you. Ain't no women or no kids dying, this is what I do. I can offer you a job, Project One roll like the mob with KDT and Ghetto E, we underground and never stop.
I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat.
The butcher called me up and told me come with a track. So I'm sliding through the D like I don't know how to act. Who the fuck want what with them boys that do it? Just load them Dracos and them choppers and let's get straight to it. We bout to bang in this bitch like the blood and the Crips. And got some hoes on deck, so don't even trip. In my Snoop Doggy Dog voice, I make that pussy moist and leave your hoe staring in the ghetto. She that made her choice, and she chose to get banged. Hang with dating thugs and ooh kang. Told the girl stay in her lane. Now she missing, that's a goddamn shame. Who the fuck you talking to? Who the fuck you provoking? I'm in the butcher back cave smoking. And feeling for a motherfucking killing. I'm a savage, I'm a G, I'm a motherfucking villain.
I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat.
Sound the gifting panic alarm. You need to find the perfect gift. You have zero idea.
please help me understand what's going on. Why these young brothers out here doing wrong, acting savagely, firebombing women's homes. All of this cause she left your sorry tale alone. 19-year-old boy responsible for mass shootings. Action through Allah is the best solution. Plus these young boys going crazy shooting cops. I give my life to Allah, please make it stop. It ain't safe on the highways. 8 people shot for blocking a man's driveway. Forgive for something like this, blatant disregard. We don't need no more black bodies in the morgue. I wanna live long enough to experience peace. With the lies help, God's killing, gospel cease. We need to unify and get on one accord. Love each other is a commandment from thy Lord.
What up? What up? What up? Let me turn my camera on. Yeah. Oh, my shit is just crazy. I gotta hold up. Let me fix my background. No, I changed my zoom. Is what I'll do. What's that app?
You came from out cold. Take one. I came up in hip out the hard way. I practice my artistry all day. Yeah, that nigga call what they all say. When I used to spit flows in the hallway. Ain't no question regarding my forte. Manifesting the verse was like horseplay. With a clarity closer to 4K. Nothing less than a god MC all day. There was all types of things on the floor, man. In the life that a young player portrayed. Ventured into the industry foray. Wasn't sure it was for a G per se. But I knew making music was my thing. And when they was getting bread out the dope gang, I was up in the studio, no change. Any other lifestyle seems so strange. And I would never throw salt on your name. If you'd rather be pirates and gang. Lord knows a nigga pay dues with pain. But it ain't never been no shame in my line. With an attitude like fuck what they think.
I'm good. How's everything on your side? You good? Y'all in Philly, right? Y'all in Philly, right? I said you guys are too, or where y'all guys at?
She break me off something tight at the right time. But ain't no hitchhiker's guide, ain't no guidelines. Ain't no one to confide in the sidelines. Players ain't gon' complain and they don't cry. One thing about the game, it's a long ride. Let me tell you how the timelines align. Went to California, then I went to NY.
Gotcha.
With my one guy.
Okay, yeah.
Quick Compton was live. Brand new J7s on the nigga feet. TKO had some beats that was heat. Hotel room, right flows with a freak. I'ma tell you what it been like. NY. Maneuver through the 5 boroughs. Manhattan skyline, top of the world.
Maybe maybe American Sniper, When the Guard Dropped, maybe Faceless, one of those 3. Or Bionic Man. Yeah, maybe Bionic Man, because that's come on too.
One thing that I learned in the NY, go hard in the paint, you can get signed. It's a big world out there, you inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a release date. Everyone's been asking me, so I got my date together. I'm gonna unveil that. I think I'm gonna do March 8th. I think that's that Friday. Let me check my calendar real quick. Yeah, March 8th. So people will be happy to hear that. Updates to the website. You know, we'll keep it casual.
Living in the business, Hollywood glare. Malibu, Calabasas, I've been there. Skyport, City Star, they know who you are. When you walk through the door, wide open arms. Where the stars stay out the whole day long. And the moon show up before the sun down.
Nice. Word. Nice. That's perfect.
What up, dog? Welcome to the Hood Smoker Podcast, the hottest #1 podcast based out of Detroit, Michigan.
That's perfect.
And now, with your hosts, Jay Gutta, Brother King X, Blatonio Todd, and the rest of the Hood Smoker Squad. We don't do no Vlad stuff. We don't do no Adam stuff. We keep packing in the legends, respect them, and keep adding up. So pack a blunt or two, maybe grab a brew and a snack for you, and leave behind your attitude, and get ready as we snap into the Hood Smoker Podcast.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Welcome to the Hood Smokers Podcast, episode 254. Back-to-back episode celebrating Philly hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? You know we represent for the world. We got my co-host Blatonio Todd in the building, and up above me here, I'm going to blow him up real big so y'all can see him because he's the star of the show right here. Lex Starwind in the building. Philadelphia in the building, y'all.
Peace, y'all. It's really good.
Yeah, what's good?
Shit, welcome to the show, fam. Welcome to the show. It's definitely an honor. I'm glad we linked up. We played some of your music a couple episodes ago and shit. We had some free time, so we was taking requests. And shout out to Chester McFly. He had requested a couple tracks, so we played them and shit. And fucking they was bangers and shit. So and I've been listening and shit to the music. You know what I'm saying? And we'll play some music definitely before the show's over and shit. So.
I appreciate that, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
No doubt, no doubt. And like I told you, like two of us we live here in Detroit, and one of us is like Detroit hip hop, but he's out there in Tucson, Arizona. That's Blatonio Todd. We waiting for brotherkingx to tap in, but
peace. That's what's up. Yeah, my man Fitz just moved out to Arizona. I think he's out in Phoenix. My man Ricky Fitz. He rhymes a little bit. He's doing a comedy scene. He's actually switching gears out there doing his thing. How do you like it out there so far? How long you been out there?
Me, well, originally from California, but pretty much for most of my life and stuff, you know, out there.
Okay.
So, yeah, but yeah.
Word.
Yeah, he linked up with us because he started. We was all came from the same rap crew and shit, so we all kind of. And that's how we all linked up and shit and started working and all that. So then he came out here to Detroit and shit over the summer, rocked the show with Brother KingX, Brother Marquise from Two Live Crew and Dice. Shout out to Dice, Detroit legend Dice and shit at the stand.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
So, yeah.
Might see some kids in the background. My two seeds. Take up most of my time nowadays. I'm just glad to keep doing hip hop. Now I'm mostly dad around the house, man. I
feel you.
Running around, football, playing games, toys everywhere, but it's a transition.
Yeah, I'm Papa better than that.
You want to
real quick, not to interrupt anything. I was gonna say, did you say McFly the link to the Discord? That's Oh, okay.
I let Chester McFly know it's in that messenger group, the Discord link.
Because he brought some attention, and
he wanted to come in and just say pay homage and shit. He's a big fan and shit.
Word. I known him for years, man. I met him through a mutual friend. And actually, first time I met him at a barbecue, he said, "What's up?" Shook hands and started rocking the mic at my homeboy's birthday barbecue. It was a great meeting. He's a cool dude.
And shit.
With him. Yeah.
We made it. Yeah, and it's crazy how you meet other people,
Yeah, it was sort of humble so quick, and we just like minds and just we just hit it off, man. I known him for at least a decade. This would have been like the mid 2000s. I think I met him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a while ago.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. Yeah.
So shit, why don't we got to the Detroit viewers, we got New York viewers, Cali viewers, people all over watching right now. Why don't you tell people a little bit about Lex Starwind we got in the building, y'all from Philly?
Well, Philly native, born in New York though. I'm in Philly suburbs. I don't claim it too crazy, but we've been around the way since like 2000. I formed a crew with two good friends from my hometown, Phoenixville, and Foundation. So I'm Lex Starwind. My other two partners are John Murdoch and my man Ricky Fitz from out west. What up, Chester McFly? What's good?
What's good?
What up,
yeah.
What up, though, brother?
So we've been in the hip hop scene. We've been in the hip hop from since 01. We got two group albums that we put out called 9/11 and Ground Zero. Murdoch put out a couple solos that we're all featured on, and then we joined LCOB in 2010, I want to say. They re-released our albums, and we started rocking with them. We're featured on the Zeitgeist album, the Appendices. What else we got on store? And then we put out a side project with the producer Vanderslice, also from our hometown of Phoenixville, called The Flying Dutchman, featuring myself and John Murdoch. That was we had to make something happen. Fitz had some things personally going on in his life. He wasn't around for a few years. You know, he went to summer camp, and we had to make something happen while he was gone. So, and it didn't feel right to do another group album without him. So we did a little side project, and that's how that kind of came to be. And then
That's dope.
you know, after that, I kind of been focusing on my personal career. I'm a software engineer by day. You know what I mean? Hip hop's just kind of a hobby thing I've done, but we've done it for so long and met so many people that like it's just a big part of my life. I can't stop it. So, yeah, still been clicking away. I got a new album that I've been putting together for the last few years. Finally getting ready to release, Deep Space Rhyme. I got a release date coming up of March 8th. For everybody that's been waiting, it's official. You'll be able to pick up the CDs and the vinyl on the website, and then a few months after that, it'll be available on Spotify and all that good stuff, you know.
I know Chester McFly is looking forward to that. We're looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, man. I worked on it for about 5 years, and you know, it kind of like 4 years, and it sat for a little bit. And I'm like, nah, now it's time. I got to put this out. There's no point. Plus, the game changed so much that it's like, no offense to anybody who likes different genres, but there's a lot of trash out there. And I'm like, if they could put it out, you know, I got a masterpiece compared to some of the garbage I've seen. So I might as well put this out. Ain't no more waiting.
Yeah. No, that's what's up. Yeah. What's up, Mr. McFly? How you doing?
What's good, Blatonio?
I was gonna say, I don't know if you were listening like before you came on and stuff. We heard about the introduction, how you guys kind of met, like at a barbecue and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, my barbecue.
House. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up though. That's cool. You know. Yeah, I mean, me and Chester McFly. Yeah, you know, it's crazy where you meet people. I mean, we met through a mutual friend. Well, more his friend than mine, but yeah, Talib. So I don't know if you heard about the backstory.
Oh yeah, he's told me about that. I don't know if that altercation, online beef is still going. Did y'all ever hash that out, or it's still going?
It's a friendship. It's a friendship. No,
it's a good friendship.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But no, it's good to have you on, homie. So yeah, from New York originally.
Yeah, I was born in Queens, moved to PA when I was about 10 years old. My mom's, you know, was a CO on Rikers. She had just started as a rookie, and her schedule was crazy. My dad was in PA with the, you know, fresh air and greenery and better schools and all that, so it just made sense. And you know, hip hop kind of helped me not feel so, you know, disconnected. You know, when things was different, it was lily white back then. There wasn't a lot of diversity. I saw a lot of things change over the years, you know, and things got easier, better socially and all that as I got older. But when I was real young, like, it was weird. It was straight, you know, that old school racism and, you know, you a criminal just for existing type stuff. That's how they treated you back then. And hip hop made me feel less disconnected. I remember, you know, I'd go up to visit on, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, maybe a week in the summer. And like one of the first things we would do is get blank tapes, and I would tape all the hip hop he was getting off of Hot 97, WBLS. And this was back in the Stretch and Bobbito days too. So he would tape WKCR, you know, weekly. I think it was Thursday or Friday, would come on college radio, and he would just tape it all. So I'd have to buy a 12 pack or like 20 tapes. If I was up there for a week, literally all day, all night, every time the tape stopped, I had to put in something new, or I wouldn't be able to get it all in that trip. You know what I mean? And like listening to that, and then I want to say I was maybe 13 or 14, and noticed he started rhyming. We just had some downtime one day after like playing ball. I'm sitting there playing the Genesis, and him and his man got pen and pads. I look back, I'm like, what are y'all doing? He's like, oh, we writing rhymes. You don't know nothing about this. I was like, oh, word, let me hear. He spit something. I was like, oh, I want to rap. Y'all can rap, but why can't I do it?
My man said, Sega Genesis.
Yeah,
I was just thinking the same shit.
Yeah, so that's how dated I am. You know what I mean?
I was playing Golden Axe earlier.
I got Golden Axe 2 on the Switch. I still play all the nostalgia.
Hey, I got a
Joe Montana football is my shit.
Oh, he took it way back. Joe Montana.
I got this game stick, bro. I got this game stick. And I got PlayStation games on there, Neo Geo, Sega Genesis, Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
Yeah, these kids don't know how good they got it, man. Like they got everything we had all in a little box, and they take it for granted. Like
back in the day, they had to buy the separate system.
Facts for hundreds of dollars. Or rent a Blockbuster. Now they just download it in 2 seconds and take it for granted.
We also had outside too.
Facts.
Not to mention the price of the cartridges back then.
Oh man, I had Genesis and Atari. I go back to Atari. So that's how dated I am.
I got Pitfall and shit.
I had Pitfall. I had Desert Falcon. I had Arkanoid. Was that the one with the use the dial and hit the ball back? Old school.
Yeah, Pong. Remember Pong? That's really going back. Pong with the little circle joystick. Yeah, bro.
That was a little before me. So what was that?
E.T., the worst game ever.
Ever. You know that game sunk the company, right?
Man,
so much money into the development. It sunk the company. They went out of business after it.
That's crazy.
That was a garbage ass game. It really was.
He had to get lost. He got in the pit. He had to try to get him out the pit.
Facts. And you never could. Once you fell in the pit, it was game over. So that's how, you know what I mean, how dated I am. But yeah, it was like Genesis era, started rhyming, and I remember I wrote my first rhyme. They made fun of me. It was whack, but you know, kind of wanting to fit in. I went home and just marinated on that. So the next trip I went up, I had some bars, and you know, they was impressed. So I stuck with it, and ever since, you know, been Lex Starwind pretty much.
That's what's up. So who were some of your influences growing up in hip hop? Because you go way back. Who was like some of your like
one of my experiences I remember the most? Like I remember Special Ed, being impressed with him real early. I remember, I'm not sure which tape was it, but either Midnight Marauders or what was it? Leaders of the New School, The Time, The Inner Mind Shy. One of those two was like the first joints I bought. I don't know which was first, but they were like around the same time. That's when I like started a little hip hop collection. Yes, that was the joint. I forget what was the other one on there. That was my shit. It was so long, so far back. I remember Redman, having Redman's second tape. His first one, I never bought the what, but I had the single. And There Is a Dark Side was my album. This would have been like 93, 4-ish. Yeah, a lot of Redman, a lot of Wu-Tang. I was kind of a hater on the other regions at first. I want to say Snoop and Ice Cube kind of broke me out there. I was like, nah, they got that gangster shit out west. That's heat. I remember getting put on to like Scarface and Ghetto Boys by my homeboy, who was a little bit older. You know what I mean? I would have been like 94, 95-ish. I remember I found a mixtape in transit back and forth to New York. It was the Skillionaire. This would have been later, 96 or 7. The Thurston Howe the Third and all that camp. It got me into a whole different chamber of hip hop because I ain't know about all that.
Bro, I showed with him in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Wow, he's a beast, man. Like he was unique. Like I felt like I found buried treasure because like the dude had a couple tapes on sale, and I figured maybe it was like the Cannabis DMX, and I needed something else to fill the 3 for $5 or whatever it was. And I grabbed that Skillionaire just because he was decked out in the polo, and like it was like finding buried treasure, man. It was crazy.
Brooklyn,
grab someone on a whim and it's a gem, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What the hell? I don't know.
Hard rocks that'll rob you outside. Rob you out.
That was chorus with that raspy British voice. It was crazy. And the Million Man Rush was my joint. I remember that. That was like my favorite joint on that tape.
Turning all you thugs into homo madams.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to influences because that got me finding that tape specifically got me into a whole bunch of artists. I didn't know all the Def Juk stuff, LP, That's when I found Jean Grey and Cannibal Ox and all that. Like,
Jean Grey.
yeah. Brooklyn Academy and all that. Like, I didn't really mess with none of that until I started listening to that Thurston House stuff. Yeah, a lot of influence. What kind of stuff got you all into hip hop? Like, who's your favorite MC, golden era versus today? And
well, I'm willing to say right off the bat,
yeah.
because we got him coming on as the DOC's coming on to our show.
Word. Wow.
So I gotta say hands down, like the biggest influence. Like, I would say lyrically, and then like what kind of shaped my voice to rap a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, he's a legend. I mean, you can't dispute that.
Everybody else, because that's like there's too many to name, but DLC right off the bat, I gotta say, just like lyrically and just
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dre or DLC. I mean, he was writing Dre shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did. He wrote a lot of shit for Dre. Didn't he?
wrote for Easy Does It. The song Easy Does It for Easy.
He did the Compton album.
Okay.
Yeah, dog. DLC wrote a lot for NWA. He didn't even know NWA and the Posse and all them A's, but he didn't even know he was on it. He was just on it.
Oh yeah, that old album cover.
And he ain't get paid for it either. But I mean, we'll talk about that as another.
Yeah,
that guy
had plenty money back then.
Writing just epic, yeah,
it was just having fun making music back then and shit. You know what I'm
saying? I gotta say, for me, hip hop always been in my blood. Always, my mom said when I first learned how to talk, I talked in rhythm and talked with a rhyme.
Word.
So it was destined to be. You know what I'm saying? I go back to the Ron DMC days.
Yeah. LL Cool J, that was the first song I ever memorized was I'm Bad. That was the first song I ever memorized. I'm Bad.
Yeah, Curtis Blow is like for me too. Yeah, it's like Curtis Blow is,
Oh wow. Yeah, he took it way back. Okay.
What really gave me my confidence, to really do it for real, was Prince, Marky D, and Heavy D.
Okay.
Because of my size.
All right, so yeah, you seen another big man do it, and you was like, nah, if they could do it, yeah, I can get busy too. Sometimes it's almost like you need permission, because with me, like, before seeing my uncle rap, like, I memorized all the verses that I liked in my favorite MCs and would try to spit them the same way with the same cadence, but like, I didn't try writing my own stuff until I saw him. I'm like, oh, if he could do it, why can't I? You know what I mean? So like, you almost need to see it in front of your eyes to kind of.
And the rapper that really made me take it seriously is no other than legendary Ice motherfucking T.
Yeah,
I mean,
one of my influences.
One of the greatest.
Yeah, Ice T, most definitely. And Easy, Ice T, NWA, that whole thing hit. It hit hard.
I gotta mention Just Ice, like I'm sure
Just Ice, yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, we had him on here too and shit. Shout out Just Ice.
Yeah, Dog Pound was crazy. Yo, Corrupt had the best verses on that that Four Horsemen album that came out dumb late. And I kind of checked for it. Cannabis, but Corrupt had the best verses on the album.
Right.
Yeah, he slaughtered it. He's a crazy lyricist, bro. Crazy lyricist.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's from Sharon Hill too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I remember
Delaware County, Sharon Hill, yeah.
I didn't realize that.
He said down that one song, he said all the way down Sharon Hill.
So he migrated out west. He was from out the east originally.
Yeah, originally.
Yeah, his mama kicked his ass out the house and sent him out west.
Yeah, it happens.
What about any young artists? Any young artists you got your eyes on that you listen to?
I mean, any that you feeling today? Yeah.
Nah, other than like Cole, but they ain't even really like young anymore. Like new artists, I don't really mess with too many. Ice Spice is okay, if you like Pop Smoke Light. You know what I mean? It's like female Pop Smoke. Somebody pointed that out, and now I can't unhear it. Like I didn't know until I was like, damn. That's
Hey, you right? You really can't say young rappers because the new rappers is old.
It's old now. Everybody old, man. The new boys, like I ain't really checking for, man. I'm a little I'm starting to feel a little disconnected. Like I'm getting old, we'll say, because like I hear some of the new cats, and I'm like, what are these kids listening to? Let me and yeah, as soon as you start saying that, you feel old. Plus, with I got two young kids, a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they kind of
That's
taking them
crazy.
back and forth. I don't have the time in the car. I'm rocking podcasts because I can't rock the hip hop with the kids in the car. So like, it's been rough.
But you ain't got to feel old, homie. You ain't got to feel old, because you know what? Because I've been watching different podcasts, and I've been watching the younger generation react to our music.
Yeah.
And they saying, what the fuck is these dudes doing?
Facts.
They've been doing reaction videos on old E-Shams, old NWA, Gangsta Nip, and they like, wow, like, this shit hard.
It was a different era, man. But I mean, times changed, man. All that drill stuff they were going crazy, and some of the parody rap and the way kids are leveraging social media. I mean, it just transformed a little bit. So, you gotta change with the times. I'm a little old school. I see the new guys writing in their phone. I did pick up an iPad to split the difference. I could write digitally, but it still gotta feel like a pad and pen to me. You know what I mean? So I've been rocking with that. I can't type. I can't voice. That don't feel authentic to me. Really the social media push, man. I got a couple videos, especially with the new album coming. You'll see a couple things on my feeds over the next couple weeks, because like that's the way now. You get a couple good videos, and your shit'll go from here to here and overnight. Like it's nothing. One good viral video will send you where you need to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's wild.
That's true.
Yeah.
As far as music, like lately, the only things I've really listened for with Michael, I've been checking out that Killer Mike album. It's been crazy. Planet Asia dropped something, I think, at the end of last year. I've been checking out, and a lot of Rome Streets, a lot of Griselda. I was just listening to the
Cold,
what the hell's it called? I had it open in my feed. Give me 1/2 a sec. It was the music. What the hell's it called? Oh, the Special Machinery. The Ghost, the Chronicle edition with 38 Special Conway and West at Slaughter. I think that just came out. Yeah. What y'all been listening to in terms of hip hop recently?
I ain't gonna lie. You want to know what I've been listening to recently?
What's that?
I've been listening to motherfucking ICP, Carnival of Carnage.
Oh wow!
Straight up, I
Yeah, actually,
you could have fooled me, dog. I would have never guessed it.
I've been bumping Beverly Kills. I've been bumping Ringmaster.
Jeez.
I was bumping some old Ghetto Boys and Scarface. Sometimes I get in that mood just to listen to that diary, and it's like fucking. My diary. That shit's just.
And of course, my homie Gangsta Nip stay on my playlist.
Oh, constantly, yeah. Gangsta Nips off the playlist.
Gangsta Nips, I don't think I know. Who
okay,
from Houston. Rap A Lot Records.
The Ghetto Boy Rap A Lot family and stuff. You may have heard of them.
Remember the song Bring It On?
Yeah.
He wrote the Chucky for Bushwick.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And he had that burn on Bring It On when he say a weed smoking motherfucker. What's I can do, bitch. I'm the one that told that nigga gonna say that little bitch. Yeah, it's fucking your daughter, G. I wake up in the morning screaming, somebody slaughter me.
Okay, I gotta check that. What album was that on? Because I'm on Spotify right now. I was ready to pull that up.
That Psychic Coulson, he's also got, like South Park Psycho. So yeah.
South Park Psycho.
He's a close friend of me and Brother King X. I mean, pretty much. See, right, we were destined to become homies. Me and Brother King X, right there. It's like mutual friend, right there.
Yeah, Brother King X brought him here to Detroit from Houston. He said he should have been born in Detroit when he left. We had him on the show. He's like, I should have been born in Detroit.
When it comes more court,
I always wanted to go to Detroit.
Yeah, I heard Detroit got a live scene. Y'all
as
got
far as music,
the hip hop came out of Detroit. M surprised everybody, but what people didn't realize is he had a whole camp behind him. You know what I mean?
We got everything here, not just hip hop. You know what I'm saying? In the summertime, every weekend they got a festival of like jazz, blues, every type of music you could think of and shit. Fucking they even got country. They got the they call it the what is it, Brother King X, the hoedown.
The hoedown, then we
The
had the
hoedown in Motown.
Yeah, I know they got a lot of drum and bass out there and shit. My
Yeah, they
cousin
got
lives out there for that shit.
techno. They got the largest festival in the world, techno and shit, electronic music and shit. And they got a bunch of DJs out here and shit, and people from all over the world. I used to go down there. There'd be people from Australia, Germany, places like that coming there and shit. Crazy.
That's wild. Crazy. That's
It used to be free. It used to be free, but then they started charging.
Yeah, the good low prices don't last forever.
Like, I remember seeing.
Now this I'm gonna ask because like for me being outside, and this was like from outside of Detroit right here.
Yeah.
Do you guys have this strip club concert scene going on out there?
Not really.
Yeah,
I can't
that's what I'm saying. Not really.
I can't remember ever someone doing a show at a strip club.
On in Detroit for decades.
That's something that Two Live Crew used to be out here all the time. Our homie Monte Crystal was signed to Chinaman Records. Rest in peace, Fresh Kid Ice. He still is signed to Chinaman Records. But so is JT Money from Poison Clan. JT Money and they used to be in Detroit all the time. Detroit's Blatonio, when he came to Detroit, he rocked a strip club in Southwest Detroit. That's my neighborhood and shit. He went on the stage with Dice, and Brother Marquise was there hosting it and shit, and did his thing.
See, I think that's a live concept. I wish Philly did stuff like that. I knew Atlanta was like that. I didn't realize Detroit had a scene like that. Like, why not? People go. Those clubs be packed anyway.
And they spending money. They spending money. They go in there to spend money. They buying bottles, all that shit.
You remember the strip, you gonna remember the song. You know what I mean?
Atlanta got it from us.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Detroit back in the days in the 80s and shit.
Gotcha.
I was wondering if it spread to you guys. That's why I was asking if it spread to you.
Nah, not yet, but I didn't realize it started and spread down south. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, back in the 80s, the DJs
like
from the radio station, the DJs from the radio station, we had DJ Henhouse, classic legend DJ in Detroit. But he was talking about how the radio stations would ask them what songs is the banging in the strip clubs and shit, like, because they're dancing.
So if it bang in the club, it's going to bang on the radio. Yeah, that's smart, definitely.
Yeah, and I guess it still goes on to this day.
They were frowned upon as DJs, but it's like, hey, here the mainstream's coming to them. It's like, but they're not, they're seeing, oh, you guys are in those type of, but it's like, dude, who's moving? Like that's what
that's where the people are going to hear the music. Then that's the trend you got to follow.
Y'all know when Big Meech migrated to Atlanta, they took Detroit culture down there.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I ain't even really know about Meech and all that until the BMF show. Like
all that making it rain, throwing money in the club.
They flew over Chicago, Kanye West record release party. They ain't get invited, so because they had an artist, Blue Da Vinci.
Vinci, I knew about him. That's kind of, I heard the name and then seeing the show on like Stars. I put it all together, but like, didn't he get caught with like work, right? He got
a lot of
like he didn't get caught with a brick. He got caught with like a lot of work.
He got caught up, but they didn't get invited, so they got pissed. Flew over with a helicopter. They got a chopper, flew over Kanye's record release. It was outside in Chicago, and they made it rain. I forgot how many hundreds of thousands of dollars they made it rain over the whole crowd and shit, because they didn't get invited and shit.
Over Donda?
In Chicago at Kanye West record release at the his first record, the College Dropout.
Crazy. Just making me wait. What? You're not gonna invite me? I'm gonna just rain money on your shit just to show you.
Yeah, like we should be good there. We got more money than you and shit.
That's next level stunting.
Yeah.
Yes,
they made a record company off that, right?
Yeah. It still is today. They're working on it. So hopefully Meech is supposed to be getting out. He should have been out and shit. His brother's out, Southwest T. He's out doing good and shit. So yeah. But he should be getting out. There's a lot of people that should have been out, like Larry Hoover from Chicago, who was on the Ghetto Boys album talking and shit. He should be out. Should have been out.
He should have been out, like real for real.
They're scared because people will listen to them. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, they're OGs. Why wouldn't you?
Right. The government's scared of that. That's why when Larry Hoover maxed out his state time, the feds picked it up.
They had Malcolm X assassinated. They were scared of his power. They said that's too much power for one man to have.
Facts.
Yeah.
They can't
That's
let
why
that go down
Kanye was
nowadays.
probably promoting it at that
But with
last
all that,
concert. Larry
with all
Hoover,
that
remember he was
AI
promoting
and police state, all that's gonna go out the window if we don't get
Mhm.
together soon. Because
And like, you know, Professor Griffith's been saying for a long time, who I follow quite often and interact with here and there. He's always said it's, you know, covert war on hip hop and everything. You know, so it's a
it
real
is.
thing.
They
But
know the
yeah,
power of it. They know how powerful it is.
On
That's
hip
why they're
hop,
commercializing everything. It's all commercialized right now.
That's on
Like
purpose.
Ice Spice
It went
doing,
from-
yeah, Ice Spice doing Sprite commercials and shit.
It went
And,
from them
and,
saying
and
it was a
Sexy
fad,
Red's
the
the
biggest
number
music
one
in the
rapper of the
world.
year. Like,
That's
come on,
terrible.
man. Like,
yeah, because that's not dangerous to the system. It's a,
no.
how the
What
hell
up, though, Louis in the chat? What's good?
how you make rapper of the year talking about your booty hole?
Booty Hole Brown.
Yeah, that's just terrible.
I mean, maybe in the strip club, but you got little girls singing that. You got. I've
that's
seen little
right.
kids singing that. I'm like, no, like.
Yeah.
So,
That's why I got Kids Pop. That's what my
I mean,
kids
that's what you need. Yeah, that chicken wing. I was the one my uncle and his daughter was singing. They put she's about 2 years older than my kids, a year and a half. So she's always putting them on the new music, new toys, and all that. And they had some Kids Bop they was playing. I got the playlist somewhere, but I can't remember the songs. It's like it was like drill, but for kids. It was
they
wild.
had Paint the Town Red too on that shit. I was like,
It
what
was
the hell?
wild.
I wish I would catch my daughter Pound Town, put my booty hole pink in that. Yo, yeah, we going to Pound. You going?
Oh my god!
With this belt, with the belt, we going to pound. You ain't gonna sing like that.
With the belt, yeah, you are.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
like back
man.
then, it was like we would like have those albums we listen to in headphones.
Crispy Brown.
I had my hip hop collection confiscated. I think when I was 13 or 14, I didn't get it back till I was 18. He took it. I did sneak in his room and took it was like 12, 15 tapes. I took the best 3 and left the 12 so I wouldn't get caught. And then when I was like 17, he gave him back one day. I had to get the Red Man back. That was the big one. It was the Red Man, and I had the Gravediggers tapes in there. Anything else, I'll get it again. But I needed those.
Yeah. But
shit, I remember my mom found my 2 Live Crew
and the headphones. You needed to because you get in trouble.
Yeah, Too Short was like.
Oh, Too Short.
Yeah, you can't play that with your parents in the room. Like, what are you doing? No,
I might play Too Short, so she ain't mad me playing him.
Yeah, that's a little much though. You can't.
And 2 Live Crew, 2
I
Live
remember
Crew was
carrying
taking
stacks of CDs in school with you and shit, like this big.
But I'm not kidding, you know.
Facts.
That's why music meant more, because you had to carry the CDs and shit like this. You know what I mean? If you move it a little bit, the shit would skip.
People like to get them hard copies still. Do you still
I don't
press
know
hard
that.
copies?
When the iPod
closed and your music CD skipped back in those days. See, that's what something back.
You hit a bump while you riding and shit.
Nah,
you got an iPhone. You know what I mean?
you ain't a true hip hop head if you ain't do surgery on a tape to save it before. You know what I mean?
Or if you put the tape over a tape to record over it.
Pencil in there.
Double.
Pencil fit right in there.
Pencil right in there. I've done transplants when the thing cracked. You put that tape's whack. We're gonna take the good one and put it in the bag. I've snipped out parts where you might lose a couple seconds, but then you tape it back together to save the rest. I've done it all.
Hell
You had to do what you had to do for a good tape.
And just reading the inside of the covers, the cover art, and the like.
I love
shit like
cover
that.
art, bro. I was the only person I knew that knew the words to the "Who Got the Props" chorus. Because I read the only reason I know is because I read the insert when they were saying it. He was like, "Who got the props? Who got the props?" And I saw his name, 5 Foot Accelerator. I was like, "Oh, they're saying 5FT, Evil D and Buck." No one else knew what they were saying.
Right. That's great. So you pressing hard copies when the album?
Yeah. So I got CDs I've already pressed. They'll be Available on the 8th on the website right away. I'm shipping away the vinyl hopefully this week. There's like a 6-week turnaround. So as soon as I get
Shit, you
those
got
back,
vinyl?
yeah, I'm doing vinyl. I also got posters and I got quotable trading cards, one for every song on the album.
Damn.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
that image pressed up, a quote from it, artwork, kind of themed after like Magic the Gathering. I'm kind of a little nerd. I used to play that in high school a little bit, so
Hell yeah.
Well, I caught that kind of vibe of the vibe from the cover and stuff like that. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's kind of I'm a comic book nerd, a blurred, if you will. I had to hide it back in the '90s. They beat you up back then, but now there was no Donald Glovers, there was no. You had to keep it on the low, but
true.
with things like Marvel and anime coming more mainstream.
Hey, look,
You know what I mean?
all them was nerds.
What'd you say?
All the Wu-Tang, all them was nerds.
Facts, like, but that gave birth. Without them, you might not have seen that stuff go mainstream. I feel like
That's
because it
true.
wasn't. You ain't hear dudes talking about that in like '95, '6, like that. 2000, not openly. Yeah, they keep that on the low. People were into it, but they didn't share it, talk about it. That wasn't. Now you go out and get fly T-shirts that are anime based. I seen Homeboy online doing anime Air Force Ones custom for like 400 or 500. Get the Naruto's, get the, you know what I mean? Like
That's dope.
Yeah.
it was real dope, like real shit like that. It's kind of fly.
Yeah.
The people who spend a lot of money on Comic-Con.
You ain't lying. A coworker of mine does cosplay, the full outfits. Hair painted, contact lenses, custom outfits, gloves, and all that. She'll spend $500 on an outfit to go to a convention.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they go all out.
There's a
Yes,
I see people that
fandom went
3D
crazy.
print that shit too.
Facts. Yeah, 3D printed pieces. It was one. It was real fly. I saw they did a Metroid outfit, but they did it with these beads, so it looked 8-bit. Like in the world, when you looked at it, it looked crazy. Yeah, it was real live. It was live as shit.
Damn.
Yeah,
cool.
the internet really took fandom to the next level with people, linking up, sharing shit, and different communities. It's a beautiful thing.
Comments and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey. Now, there's a lot of that also influence your music as well. Like not just for the covers and stuff, but I mean, like, do you kind of?
Absolutely. A lot of what I rhyme about, it's just me regurgitating what I see, which is politics and action movies, comic books, shit I read. I'll go back through some of my old rhymes, and I can almost tell what part of life I was in based on the content.
That's cool.
I played something the other day, and I was talking about like the Odyssey and the Iliad. I was like, oh, that was when I was taking world literature. Like that had to be when I was in college. Like, why am I rhyming about that? That's just what it was. You know what I mean? Rhyming about science and cosmology. I've always been a fan. And like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I was lucky enough to have I went to a real nice middle school, and I didn't know how nice until I realized that other schools were coming to field trips to our school to see it because we had a planetarium that not a lot of schools had, you know what I mean? So like,
oh shit,
we had we only got like, they really used it for an attraction though. We only got one semester, a quarter of a semester in there where you like got to talk about space, and it was the flyest shit ever. Like I loved it and always had a love for it ever since.
No, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, so like I rhyme about shit like that. I got a song on the album called Stellar Alchemy, which was the title of the first chapter in my Structure of the Universe book in college. You know what I mean? We're all made of star stuff on some like Carl Sagan shit. So like little shit like that will leak its way into the rhymes and influence shit. But it's all life.
Yeah. Now that goes back to the name you go by too, right?
Exactly. Like that came straight from anime. My first rap group fell apart around 98, 99. It was Quantum Mechanics with Sid, the homeboy I met. Chester Fly Through. Yeah, so he was Dr. Time Traveler. I was Weapon Excalibur because I was a young comic book nerd. I was like, damn, I wanted to use the X in my name from Alex. So I was either going to be Weapon X or I was going to be Excalibur, but I couldn't decide. And then one day I was like, wow, you don't have to. It's rap. Maybe your Weapon Excalibur, flip it both ways. So that rap group fell apart, and I just felt like I needed to change. I was watching a lot of anime at the time, and the boy's name in the anime was Gene Starwind. So I was like, all right, well, Lex Starwind, and just switched it up and rock with that ever since.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So what's the website? Put the website
So
out
website is fdation.com. It's FDATION.com. I just got another URL. I think I may change it to Foundation Music Group.ninja. I just haven't set it up yet. All that's gonna be on the social media feeds and all that, when I do. But fdation.com is the current link. March 8th, the store will be unveiled. We got a shop.fdation.com. You get the album posters. I have the t-shirts. I'll have the vinyl up as soon as they're ready. Yeah.
Yeah, where'd you get Dot Ninja from? I never heard that.
So that popped up. I think it was off of AWS. Like they suggested, I was looking for new URLs. I was like, all right, the foundation joined. Like I should probably make it music group something. Couldn't get .com or .biz. They suggested .ninja, and I was like, I ain't never seen a .ninja site. Let me get that.
Yeah, that's
I just bought it for 18 just because, like $12, $15.
Yeah.
I was like, let me get it just in case.
Really random. Yeah, so it had no.
That's
Yeah,
smart.
that's cool. And it just because it's cool, but it was like random though.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I ain't never seen a .ninja site. So I was like, yeah,
Caught my
let me get
attention.
that. Exactly. So I'm thinking I might switch it to that just to give it a little flair. You know what I mean?
No.
And then next would be like, I guess, music videos and shit. I actually got to find someone who shoots videos. Don't you know somebody was shooting something, Chester?
I was filming for a minute, but I don't have any cameras anymore, nothing like that.
I gotta put out a SOS to the social media because my young boy was doing them. The dude from Mad World did a couple. Ishtar Terra, I met him through, I want to say, Did in them. Forget how I met him. Anyhow, they all backed out. These dudes, just kind of stopped doing their thing. And I don't think I know anybody currently that shoots music videos.
Are you familiar with our last guest, JP from Philly? Because I know he's got some videos out there. And Chester plugged us in with JP. We just had him on, him and his producer,
Jerry Pyle
from
Jerry
New York.
Pyle.
Yeah?
Yeah, his producer's from New York, but now he's been living in Philly for a while and shit. But they got some dope videos and shit. They got some videos out there. I know that. So maybe
all right. I might have to check that out. You McFly, you know him or?
Yeah. I know him. He's dope. He just dropped a new album. His album's dope too.
Yeah, he dropped the album today. Y'all go check. All right, was it yesterday? Chester, was it today or yesterday?
It was supposed to drop like 2 days ago, but then like it came out yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, send me the link. I'll check them out. Maybe I'll hit you offline and
JP and Yo Beanie.
I got you.
Yeah, man, because that's the next step, just to keep it rolling. And I got a new project that I'm working with Murdoch and my man SARS. He's got some star-studded production and some names. I don't want to say too much because it's still in the works. But like when he told me some of the producers like C Lance, Altarb, he's got Beat Butcher Beats. Like I was like, yo, what did you spend to get all that? He's like, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that. But I think he spent a little too much money. But it's gonna be worth it, man. He's got some stuff and we've got some heat cooking. So hopefully that'll be right on the heels of this album, and we'll keep it moving.
Yeah, I'd love to get him on the show too.
Yeah, no doubt.
I can talk to him. Murdoch.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'll text Murdoch. He'll probably hop on. I'll talk to SARS.
I'm familiar with like Murdoch. Yeah.
Yeah, He'll probably do it.
He dabbles with the comedy himself, from what I've
a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
A little bit. And Fitz, he's out in Arizona now. He's doing the stand-up thing seriously. Like I think he did a couple open mics. And
okay, I didn't know he was in DC. So
That's
shit,
cool.
we're gonna have to link up there.
Yeah.
All right. Let him know, man.
He
he's in Phoenix. He can't be that far because I'm pretty sure he's outside of Phoenix. So
how far are you from Phoenix?
Yeah, that's a couple hours. Yeah, it's not far. It's worth the drive. Like
whatever.
I had a picture like you like the Roadrunner running. Meep.
So shit, what about live shows? You got any live shows coming up?
I got a small thing coming up March 24th. It's just like 2 tracks. It's a little like contest thing that my man's throwing together. This dude from high school I know, Coney Johnson. puts together comedy shows, open mics, things like that. So he was like, "Yo, we're doing 2 tracks, 8 minutes. When it gets $200 or something, but it's right by my in-laws' house anyway. I'll be out that direction." So I'm like, "Yeah, if it's right there, there's 2 tracks, sure, why not?" And then
Easy money.
probably I'm looking for a hall. I'm probably gonna throw a show and perform my whole album. You know what I mean? And try to sell some merch. I wanted to do an album release, but like the timing, like I already been waiting, so I'm just put it out. But that might be towards the summer, middle or the end of the summer. So I'll keep everybody posted. I gotta find a venue and see what's good. But yeah, that's kind of the objective. Balancing that and just being a dad, man. Work and the kids and hip hop. In between all that, it fills your schedule real quick.
Yeah,
It's hard to keep up.
Like
It is.
collab, like if somebody wanted to collab with you and stuff like that. I mean, you always work it.
Yeah. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So
I want to hear that
you are
new music.
available for features and shit. Like someone, if
Oh,
any
word.
artists are watching.
I think did I share the link in the chat? I'm gonna share the link in the chat right
post whatever
now.
any link you want in the chat. No doubt. Yeah, we get a lot more replays too and shit coming on. So we'll share the shit out of this. I'm in Facebook jail right now though. But I done shout out to everybody on Instagram, legends and shit, so they know we out here. So ain't no telling who's gonna be tapping in. Shout out to Tone Capone. Let me get in the chat real quick. D Cochran. We got Canada in the building.
Yeah, who may tap in?
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
share.
rep your hood. We got Lex Starwind in the building. Philly in the building. Chester McFly's in the building. brotherkingx, Blatonio.
You go right here. That's cool.
Any questions in the chat? Let us know too. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, I just shared in chat one track that y'all can play if you'd like.
It's on the Discord, Gutter. Just
it's on
the Discord. Yeah, no Hood Smokers channel.
I see like a little thing at the bottom. I don't want to mess it up because I'll hit the button, exit out of here or something. I'll look at that one at the end. Oh, there we go.
Oh crap! Where'd my video feed go? There we go. There we go. I did.
Yeah, there was 2. Right? Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, the first one's a track on the album called Starscream. The other one's called Eaters of the Dead. The second one features Fitz and Murdoch.
All right. Do you want to do a little commercial break then, or?
I mean, I'm good. You can play it if you want.
Because sometimes we play it during the episode. I mean, we leave it up to the guests. You know what I'm saying?
Play it. Why not? Let the fans hear it. Because I ain't really been giving this out. I kept these close to the chest, so this is kind of a world debut. Truth told.
All right, everybody.
That's cool.
All right, let's get it.
Here we go.
Lex Starwind on the Hood Smoker Podcast, exclusive shit. You can't find this nowhere.
Nowhere.
No. Peep it.
Yeah, it was Lex Starwind. Word. Fine. Exclusive track. Album ain't even dropped yet.
Heard it here first. I mean, so it hasn't been.
Oh yeah, nah. Only I kept those close to the chest.
Yeah, so like
I am a servant of
God.
God.
So they
an
hear it here, but
punishment on
anybody got to hear it first.
To cut away
it'll be available on the web on March 8th.
All those who would defy God.
Yeah, I gotta put it on all the social media channels first, but I'm not streaming for a couple months. Try to get those physical sales.
So that intro, I could see it like definitely get somebody's attention right away.
You corrupted his heart.
Baby's kids.
Oh yeah, it starts in the beginning. It was like, I was like, yep. Now that I got your attention. Man,
it's right there.
Yeah, no, that's what's up, man. No, definitely. Yeah, I like to start like since we first heard it. When it was like sent over to us, we did it a little while back. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Would you send him stuff off my first solo or the Dutchman?
Yeah. I gave him like I think Red Rose and the ambulance, the Ambo one.
Gotcha. Yeah, with my uncle on that one. I love that track. Good shit.
Yeah, it was fire. Yeah, we played them back to back and shit.
He's like, you know anybody? I was like, yeah, I got somebody.
But Brother King X, we was talking about, because we've been talking a lot about Philly hip hop lately and shit.
Yeah.
We was talking about Philly and like the influence on what artists like back in the days, New York and shit like that. What was that? Because it seemed like you had a lot of knowledge on Philly hip hop too and shit. Cause you got a lot of knowledge on hip hop everywhere. Period. I mean, Brother King X is like hip hop.
A lot of people don't realize is that back in the early stages of hip hop, a lot of New York artists was getting signed to indie labels in Philly because they was the only ones that was putting out hip hop.
Oh, word! I ain't know that myself.
Oh,
that's crazy. Like what artists? Anyone you can that I would know that you can think of, and what Philly label did they sign to?
There was a New York rapper, I can't forget his name, but he had got in through Cool C.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking like Schoolie D and
Schoolie D and Cool C.
Yeah. Right. Cash Money Crew. Yeah.
And plus a lot of New York radio stations was not yet playing hip hop.
No, they wasn't. They was hating for a long time. Until Red Alert on BLS broke through, I want to say that would have been like late 80s.
Right.
Because early they weren't playing it like 83, 84. Like it was still that disco shit, I want to say. You know what I mean? Like they wasn't really messing with it like that.
More party rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like once you get in 88, 87, so
yeah.
So
then you got it.
How long was you in New York before you went to Philly?
Right.
How long was you in New York before you went to Philly? Or is it back and
I was
forth?
I was born in 81. I moved to Philly in 90, the summer of 90.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty much.
Yeah, because moms and pops got divorced or whatever, but like I would still come visit my dad in the summer. So like I guess when I was 7 or 8, I came down in the summer, did a summer camp thing, 2-3 weeks. Same thing when I was 8. When I was 9, it was fine. Like, all right, you might as well move down here. Because on Rikers, they have you the crazy schedule as a rookie. Like, once you get some time in, it's more scheduled. But, like, they have her, it was 4 days on, 2 days off. So they have her 7 to 3, then 3 to 7, then 7 to 11. Like, you can't really raise a kid with a schedule.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
It was wild. But, it just, that things worked out for the best, I think.
Yeah.
Blatonio.
But so yeah, what's next? We've been on for about an hour. I got a couple more minutes if you want to play that last track or take some questions from the fans or I don't know.
Let's get
and actually, just before we go into it, like, do you have a couple current projects you working on right now, like this?
Just the unnamed. Well, I could probably say the name. It's called Zygote Market is the name he keeps floating. With Murdoch and my man SARS Kuma.
That's crazy.
Got a couple tracks cooking up. Yeah, he's a beast. He's a savage on the mic. And then I got a project that I'm slow cooking. This I want to follow up Deep Space Rhyme with untitled yet. So nothing worth saying other than that, I guess.
Yeah, no, keep it on the mix.
Yeah. We got stuff cooking. We got some things cooking. Murdoch's got something cooking. He's got a dope title, and he's been putting together some artwork ideas. I don't want to say too much. You can ask him about what he's cooking if he comes on the interview. And
well,
because he's got some heat.
Love to have you back if you have a good time with us, and like even if he does it,
sure.
You can present it by then. You might have
because we got some things cooking in the oven. But we can't say too much.
Just when the barbecue was prepared, so I can get my smorgasbord on.
Facts.
I like that.
Hell yeah! Let's jump into this track, y'all. This Lex Starwind on the Hood Smokers Podcast. Let's get it. Talking about. It had a little outro with it. That's what I feel like a lot of music nowadays. We was talking to Sloan Bone about this, about like skits and like intros and outros to songs. Like that's some like this new hip hop's missing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit, yeah. I need a skit heavy like the Redman days. He was the king of that shit, man. When he had like
but they weren't too long and they were funny. You know, like
yeah.
Shit, one of my favorite skits was Nori and shit. Nori,
great
Animal
albums,
Thug, Animal
Yeah.
Thug.
I love that.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
50
like
had some good skits too, especially on his mixtapes. He was
Yeah,
he had some good ones.
And Pun had some dope ass skits.
Yes.
Yeah. Big Pun, definitely.
The Pack and the Mag and the Back of the Act was the best whatever. That shit was classic.
Pack in the back of the back of the act, pack in the back of the back of the act, pack in the back of the back of the act.
Hey, I ain't front. ICP had some dope ass skits.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, ICP, they're creative as fuck. I'll give them that. And I mean, they made millions of dollars off they getting what they
did. The song, they songs and shit. They songs was like motherfucking movies.
Like facts. Like motion picture music.
Whether you was a fan of them or not, you got to give them their props and shit. I mean, shit, we ain't hate though, but we celebrate all genres on here. We've had Juggalo artists on here, Project Born, who was the first rap group ever signed to Psychopathic and shit from Flint, Michigan. But we've had quite a few Juggalo guests on here and shit. So no, we don't hate on them or nothing like that. We celebrate all genres and shit.
Nah. ICP and all that is raw, man. They get busy.
Everything's hip hop.
Yeah, facts.
It's all hip hop. Used to be they thought it was a fad, and now it's like it is the biggest
thing in the world, literally in the whole world. Everybody do it.
Right. Yeah. Country,
different languages, countries.
Even Eminem with those skits too. Kenneth Kniff.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
Yeah, they were classic.
Kniff from Connecticut.
Yeah, Slim Shady had some funny skits on this shit.
The Men in the Van one he did when he made prank phone calls.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, unless there's any y'all got any last questions before I gotta run.
Appreciate having you on. You know, like if you want to come back, if you had a good time with us, we're
kicking it. We can do this again for sure. I'll talk to Murdoch. Maybe y'all can set up an interview with him. And I got one or two other artists. Maybe my man Judah Priest might not mind doing an interview. Y'all, did I see on the fly y'all having Fez Taylor?
Yeah, we got Fez Taylor coming up next. Staten Island in the building. Yeah, we focused on that. We had Cool Kim from the UMCs too on here twice. And shit.
If you're familiar with, want to jump on, man, you can come on. To say
you
what's
leave
up.
that door open on the Discord.
I might take you up on that.
If you want to go look at the people on the Discord, you'll see we got people like Black C from RBL Posse, JD from the Lynch Mob 3, damn near the whole Lynch Mob. Fucking, we done had. You got Brother Marquis, so we try to like. That's why we like the Discord because it helps networking.
Gotcha. Yeah, it makes things easier. I mean, I'm part of the channel now, so I'll keep an eye on that for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. So you can feel free to promote as you feel free to promote. Drop your album when it drops. Like let them know again when the album the release date.
Yeah, March 8th. Deep Space Rhyme be available on the website www.fdation.com. You can check on my social media. I'm Lex Starwind on everything. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So it is what it is. Y'all know where to find me.
Yes, sir.
All right, then. Thanks for having me on. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Any shout-outs?
Shout out to my man Murdoch, to my man Knuckles. Shout out to Sid Afro Bear. I don't know if he's solo or what he's doing now, but shout out to my man Sid, Ricky Fitz out in Phoenix. You should maybe hit him up on social media and link up with him.
Definitely.
That's pretty much it, man. And it's a pleasure. Thanks for having me on, y'all.
No doubt.
Thank you for
Lex Starwind, y'all. Salute. Much love.
Thanks for being a guest.
All right, fellas.
Good seeing you again, Lex.
Peace.
Hey, damn. I was trying to see if those headphones was Mac compatible. I was about to order some.
Yeah, because he could hear the music, right? You could tell he could hear the music.
I had to go back to I had to go back into the YouTube to listen to the music.
Yeah.
That's why I was trying to go back and forth.
Yeah, on Discord it's hard you can't really hear it real good.
It was like bleeding through a little bit.
Right. Yeah, but the people on YouTube can hear it good, and I mute my mic. It sounds real good, crispy. I've been in the ride and Bluetooth and played it on the sounds and shit, so that's dope. But no, he sent me the whole album. I listened to the whole album. It's dope as fuck. I got the album. I can't share it with y'all, but I got the album. Because I didn't even know, but he sent it to me. I didn't realize it didn't drop yet. And I'm like, album's dope, dog. I was like, I said something. He was like, but don't get share it to nobody. He was like, it ain't dropped yet. I'm gonna
you got
I'm
that
announce it.
exclusive shit.
Yeah, the whole album. And that's why he sent those other 2 tracks over on the Discord and shit. So those 2 tracks are unreleased and they're on the Discord. So you guys can go check them out. That fucking us on the Discord. And if y'all are on the Discord, y'all can go check it out and shit. If y'all tuned in, former guests, whoever and shit that we've had, part of the fam. But shit, yeah, we got Fez Taylor coming up. That's dope. I didn't know he was originally from New York, but it sounds like he grew up his most of his life in Philly and shit. Outside of Philly and shit.
Yeah.
That's dope. But Fez Taylor, Staten Island, MC's doing a lot of big things. We got him coming up next Wednesday. Shout out to Christopher Jordan. He hooked that up. Staten Island native. So
salute.
Shout out to Cool Kim out there in Staten Island, the Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Wu.
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah.
My shit was bring the ruckus.
I used to watch that shit, the Kung Fu Theater, when I get high as shit. I would just put like the Kung Fu Theater on, like turn Wu-Tang up and turn the volume up off on their shit, and then I would just watch
turn the volume down on the show and then watch it with Wu-Tang.
That's what was the track to be the Wu-Tang, because they was adding the Kung Fu, you know what I'm saying, elements in it.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
Yeah.
Hell, the name alone, Wu-Tang Clan. I'm like, okay, I'll watch these.
Yeah.
Over here scrolling down the Hood Smoker podcast page, I was thinking maybe we can play a couple videos since we got these new promo videos out, you know what I'm saying? So Blatonio Todd just hooked them up in record time, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the DLC again, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Hurt too and shit. Make sure you check out his Strain of Weed, Murder Mitten. And shout out to Detroit Dicks. Get you a bag of dicks, edibles, shrooms. Shout out to Monte Cristo, custom. What do they call custom? That word is like French. I can't really pronounce it, but it's from MJ Diamonds, Michelle or something like that. I want to say Michelle, but I know that ain't what
Yeah, that's that girl with the high voice who was on NWA.
Yeah.
Sound like a mouth, but she could sing her ass off, though. She could sing her ass off.
Yeah, she could. But
they said she was smashing Dre, Tupac, and Suge, right?
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah, we too close for comfort right now with our guests coming up. So I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this promo video right here. DLC. We got a March 30th. You'll be joining us. You got a lot to talk about. I don't want to say too much because y'all gotta just have to tune in. But let's just say this ain't gonna be like Vlad. This ain't gonna be like none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how we get down over here and shit. It ain't gonna be your typical fucking questions that you already know about. So you know.
No Adam stuff.
Yeah, none of that.
No Adam stuff. No Vlad stuff. Any of that kind of stuff.
And we know you already know we know our history. And DOC is one of the greatest of all time.
Everybody keeps hearing it, just like all that. You know? We just,
right.
Yeah, he was like the Houston rapper that Drake got to come to LA. I heard, right? Dallas. I knew it was somewhere in Texas.
He got plugged in from Lonzo, who was a former guest from Compton. You know Lonzo from World Class Wrecking Crew. Him. He was DJing in Dallas, and he introduced him to Dre, and that's how they connected. And he shot the Compton and shit. But we're gonna talk about that with the DOC, the Diggy Doc, y'all. He's gonna break down the formula and shit. He breaks it down right here in this promo video too and shit. And shout out to Talib and shit.
I think we should do it in episodes to come. For anybody who has a couple questions, to just send them our way too in advance. Right. We can ask some of them and add them in that you may have, out of the blue that we may not ask. So, send them our way of what you might want, the DOC, but of course, let's just make it a little bit more expanded and expounded and, just who's your favorite rapper type stuff, because it ain't gonna be like that, because you can watch other podcasts for that.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this promo video by Blatonio, the DOC. You can find this on this channel right here, but and there's a short too, but I'm gonna play the actual upload, the video. Let's go.
The formula is really an ode to the guys that I really used to sort of build myself. And that was Run, High Energy.
High energy.
Flowing with the Wisdom is KRS-One.
Flowing with the wisdom.
Sense of a Rich Man is Slick Rick.
Sense of a rich man.
Knowledge in the Rhythm is Rakim.
Knowledge in the rhythm.
And that's my formula. You know, so, but I listen to everybody. Big Daddy Kane's a huge influence, and Cool G, you know, and LL. Like that whole time period in the mid to late 80s was my spot, you know. And so, you know, I pay a lot of homage to those guys because they made a way for me.
This the DLC. We out here, we filming my video, me ATL. You know what I'm saying? Easy, NWA, everybody. Together we witness one of the most delightful in our times. Y'all ready for this?
Podcast is proud to present one of the all-time greatest lyrical staples in hip-hop, the DOC.
I'm with it.
And we're gonna do it just like this, cause it's one you don't wanna miss. Hosted by Jay Gutta, brotherkingx, and Blatonio Todd, along with the legend.
Alright. So, let the bass go.
Saturday, March 30th at 8 p.m. on the Hood Smoker Podcast on YouTube.
West riding through some underground. Smoking my chest on my way to Funky Town. The formula is really an old.
The DOC, y'all. The Diggy Dot, y'all, in the building. March 30th. We got a lot of dope guests coming up.
Yeah, so anybody who got some very, you know, like definitely send them our way. We may even just like make a post or something like that for any of you guys who may have a question, because this is, you know.
Yeah, shit. March 9th.
I'll tell you right now, I want to know if he's working with any artists now and if he's still doing anything and, you know, helping any artists like with writing and shit. You know, I'm just curious about that shit.
He's got a lot going on. He does got a lot
Actually,
going
one thing I do know, because I did see something like to answer, he can go, but yeah, go ahead. I was going to say that he does have like some certain course that he's been running that he was talking about in one of his interviews. Like,
he got Death Row South too.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I know they were supposed to do the Death Row East with Tupac and shit.
Yeah, but Snoop gave him Death Row. Was talking about giving him Death Row South.
Well, shit. Speaking of the South, dog, I got this flyer pulled up. We got from Houston, Murder One, South Park Coalition, SPC legend, coming March 9th, y'all. Ready for that? Murder One. Shout out brotherkingx. He made that one happen. SPC. Shout out to Gangsta Nip. Shout out to K Reno. Shout out to them damn twins. Shout out to the whole South Park Coalition. Shout out to Houston. We got a lot of.
I reached out to that dude, Mexican OT. I reached out to that dude.
What?
You know about him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm familiar. Yeah, it might be a little bit harder, but we're trying to get that wheel turning, man. Get everybody in.
Yeah. And then we got coming up too Wednesday, March 13th, Young Living Ghosts. We got some younger generation of trap artists from Detroit.
That's when we're trying to get the ball rolling with that. So yeah.
Yeah. And they got they did that diss track on, you know, Kid L, who got roasted on the Valentine's Day massacre and shit, along with Dolph. You know, we don't got to speak on them no more because we kind of dead at them. But we going. I'm sure they got some shit to say.
Free promo anymore for those people. Yeah.
And then 6-4, aka 6 Mix, March 6th.
Yeah.
Ready for that? Like I said, we got Faz Taylor coming up next, and then after Faz Taylor, I believe Kid Vicious, March 2nd. Detroit legend, shit. He got murals on the wall and shit. You know what I'm saying? In Detroit, straight vicious. He's vicious on the mic. And we just came across a old disc. Cannabis dissed him on a track and shit. It was a Joe Budden, Royce the 5'9" disc, and he dissed Kid Vicious, name dropped him. And I hit Kid Vicious up. Blatonio came across it.
Yeah, I stumbled upon it myself actually just yesterday. I'm with my son to get breakfast, and he he throws it simple, plain as day. I guess 12 years ago.
Yeah, he
So
threw his name right out there. I shot it to Vicious, like, you up on this? Vicious was like,
she want a piece of me? And he's like, yeah.
Vicious was like, yeah, I heard about. He was like, I heard that shit. He was like, that's old. He was like, but we could talk about it. Like, fuck it, we can talk about
but
it.
that wasn't our thing because like we don't try and stir the pot. It was just like it surprised us. I was like, wow, I'm just
right.
That's crazy. I never heard of it.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I stumbled upon it. I'm just listening to diss tracks actually yesterday, and just let them play.
Diss track mission and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
shout out to JP and Yo Beanie. And shout out to Lex Starwind, Chester McFly. Shout out to all of Philly, you know what I'm saying? We repping Philly. We got to get you on here too, Chester McFly. For your
yeah, that's what I was talking about, is trying to get you in for the March. March, one of these dates, Gutters.
Yeah, we got a couple days left in March and shit. So.
That's cool. And like I said, I'm here for the long haul.
Right.
Oh yeah, but we want to get you in because first of all, you hooked us up. Yeah, we want to recognize you too as well. Like recognize what you do. Like you help us with that kind of stuff. But I mean, we want to, recognize you in hip hop as well. You know what I'm saying? So
I respect that.
Yeah, I mean definitely. So people could get to know Chester McFly. Unless you have a different rap name that we're gonna learn about. Like, yeah.
Nah, I told you I did Johnny D before, like but Chester McFly was like.
So you was in the battle rapping, right? Freestyle or
yeah, That's how I would start. That's how I started out, like in hip hop. I would like just battle people and shit. Like I would go out. I remember in like we'd be drinking and shit, and like people would be battling. And my buddy Ed, he would just grab me and he would just throw me in the middle of these guys battling me. He's like, go now. And then I would start battling, and I'd do good, and everyone's like, "Oh shit," And then like we would get ready. It was just fun, you know what I mean? And then I just never invested money like into it, like 'cause I didn't really have it like that, like get in the studio and shit, which I should have. But I mean, I did a couple songs in the studio, but not as much as I should have. I didn't have the money. I talked to a couple people like, "Yeah, a couple grand, you be in the studio." I mean, like couple grand.
Yeah,
cool.
We don't all have that.
Yeah.
Like, I just know some cats who make a lot of music like that, and that's cool. Like, but if you spend a couple grand and like 2 people listening to it, like, I'm not doing it. I'd rather just rap on my phone.
Right.
Real talk.
I mean, if you can make something that's a decent thing and people are liking what you're saying, because really it's the message.
Right.
That's true.
That's where I've been
make music for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Something like trash, because the quality, like okay, if you have a clean sounding thing, the message is being heard.
And you got to make music that you like, that you feel, because if you don't like it, how you expect somebody else to? And you got to feel like if you make music that for yourself, then other people's gonna feel it. Other people feel like you. You know what I'm saying? They feeling going through the same shit you going through and shit. So make music that you want to bump.
It's good for the mental. Like it's definitely good for your mental. Like if I'm going through some shit, sometimes I talk about it. It could be crazy shit, and then like later on, I might erase it, but I might hear it and be like, "Yo, that shit was fire." I told you, I made a song because I had a guy who lived above me who was a piece of shit, and he used to play music, like above my kid's room, and I wanted to kill the guy, and he would play music, so like I hated his music, so I made a diss song, and then I got a speaker and put it next to the door, so when he heard my music, it was me talking shit on him personally. So this way, I would just fuck with him. He was Jamaican, so I called him Bati Boy. He's a little suspect anyway.
I was gonna say, just watch out with the F word because we great people. We don't. See certain words.
They zesty. They zesty and suspect.
Yes, you get it.
Sensitive. The people, the powers to be. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think you were already on it, but I was just like letting you know, be careful on that part because
YouTube got a little mad because one of our homies from he was from L.A. West Coast rapper and shit.
We learned that goes a long way.
Somebody did some foul shit and made so he had to spell his name out Mr. instead of MR because someone took the name and made like a page and was like acting like him, but act on some other on that, that agenda.
Shit.
And so he came out and just went in and he went hard and he said it all and he like yelled it and everything and like he was talking to dude and shit, and YouTube didn't appreciate it and shit. The episode's still up. It just restricted. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to log in and make sure you're over 18 to watch it and shit. So.
Yeah, it's like when Biggie was rapping, like he's censoring himself. You know, that's what it's like when you're on YouTube now. You got to censor yourself. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I definitely feel you on that, brother, because it helped with the Mendel. Man, I swear, back in the day when I was Looney Tunes, I did a song that got me kicked out of school.
No shit.
I did a song that almost got me a flop in the joint and shit, talking about you don't want to be Charlie Manson in here.
Name of the song was called Mumford High Killer.
Yeah.
And I'm actually on a song talking about killing teachers and principals.
Yeah, but that's like, that should be good though too. If you're not acting on shit, you can write all kinds of shit, like stories about shit like that.
Look,
it's art.
When I was in the joint, I got called down in the counselor's office. He had a letter and shit. Me and my cousin used to write rhymes back and forth. And he wrote some sick shit. He was a juggalo, Mr. Creepy and shit. Got his own productions. And he wrote some sick ass like serial killer shit. And fucking sent it to me. I get called down to the counselor's office. He's got the letter sitting in front of him. And he's like looking at the lyrics, talking about chopping bodies up, all this crazy shit. And he's like, I'm like, dog, it's a song. I was like, it's music. I'm a rapper. I was like, we make music. It's just lyrics. And he was like, he was like, Charlie Manson was a musician too. He was like, you don't want the parole board to see that. He was like, you don't want the parole board to think you Charlie Manson in here. So I ain't get the letter either and shit. They got rid of it, but I ain't get flopped either too. I got my parole and shit. So it's all good. But music, they was trying to censor me in the joint and shit from a damn letter and shit.
That's a discussion for days.
Yeah.
And well, you know,
coming to though. They censor you for everything.
Like the hardcore topic right there. That's a discussion for another day.
Oh yeah.
But you know, that stuff. You know, like some people think, oh, it's inspiring you to become a serial killer, and you do that. No, the thing is actually save some of us.
Right.
So,
it's crazy.
It's entertainment, man. It's fucking entertainment, dog. You think all these rappers really doing what the fuck they talking about? You stupid and shit. If you think they believe that, dog. It's entertainment.
Man,
I like that shit. Like Fat Joe said, he's like, I faked all of it.
He ain't slapping shit with his maybe Tony Sunshine.
Yeah, Coney Sunshine.
Coney Sunshine. Shout out to Cuban Link. You know what I'm saying? We're probably gonna have Cuban Link on real soon here for the 4th time and shit. Shout out to Cuban Link. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Panda Chop. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie right there.
Salute. Yeah.
That's cool, man. You got Cuban Links on. He had beef with Fat Joe for a minute, or they don't talk anymore.
Nah, that's why he got the scar on his face. Fat Joe like swung on him, and Cuban Link hit him with a 3-piece, knocked him down, but some other dude came from behind and sliced at him, went for his neck, caught him on his face. Because everybody asked him why he ain't get that like surgery to get it removed, and he said because he wanted it as a reminder and shit. So that shit's personal, you know what I'm saying?
Well, plus it was just like kind of like a.
And he really goes. He went back with Big Pun to high school. So at first, Fat Joe didn't want to sign half a Terror Squad. He just wanted Pun. But Pun was like, "Fuck that! You got to bring my crew." What was they? Full Circle, I believe the name of the crew was.
Yeah.
And that's what Triple Sace, even Tony Sunshine was part of the crew. They all went to high school together and shit. Fucking ass.
So it was Terror Squad before Fat Joe was even involved?
Yeah, there was a street gang. We had Rest in Peace Charlie Rock LD. Yeah, we had him out here. That's the one that Big Pun shouts out in that skit on Capital Punishment where he says, shout out to Charlie Rock LD's in the joint right now doing 15, this and that. We had him on. He just passed last year. Rest in Peace Charlie Rock. We had his brother come on and had an episode dedicated to him and shit. Shout out to Alex and shit and Ox Soprano and the whole Underboss Records and shit. But it was a gang. He was an actual like the member of the Terror Squad before there was a rap crew Terror Squad. And Joe just happened to live in the neighborhood.
When they were together, you know what it was. It was like not some rap group.
So Joe didn't write his rhymes. He had ghostwriters. Pun wrote a lot. Cuban Link wrote some. This got rapper named TA. He's recently came out exposing Fat Joe, but he was a writer for years.
I could tell his first shit wasn't that good, like compared to later on. I could definitely see a change. I'm like, he got better. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You know,
going into the whole thing of like stirring the pot stuff, or like even clout chasing type stuff. I even asked Cuban Link on this thing, if Joe wanted to jump on our platform while he was live at the moment, because we do it live. Um, you know, he could give the call because he's cool with us. He could say, let him on or not, and he was just like, no, let him on if he's good.
He
Tell the
said, but
truth.
all he's gonna do is come on here and lie. He was like, that's all he gonna do is come on there and lie.
but at least you give him the opportunity to speak, though. That means a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to
And
express.
Nori said Nori and DJ EFN at Drink Champs, they're cool with Cuban Link, but they won't have him on there on the strength that because Fat Joe owns a big percentage of Drink Champs. So, and Nori put it out there. He said it on Drink Champs. I can't interview Cuban Link because of my loyalty to Fat Joe and shit. So, which is kind of fucked up. Like, you shouldn't hate on somebody. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't hate on him and shit. Let him get his shine and shit. I mean, he's the lyrical assassin. That motherfucker got bars for days. He should have been way bigger, but he got blackballed. You know what I'm saying? He been living with this shit, so he been saying it about Joe, and now this shit's all coming out, and other people are speaking on it. So Cat Williams went in on Fat Joe and shit. Cause he on that Diddy shit. You know that whole Diddy crew. He part of that camp and shit. DJ Khaled, all them dudes that on that funny shit down there. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that before and shit, but I'm sure everybody's already up on that shit with Diddy. It kind of got quiet about it though lately. It seems like they ain't talking about it.
Yeah. And actually, like before we start really chopping it up close, Chester McFly was gonna say, I don't know if you saw it, but it was during the time then when our crew right here was beefing with a mutual friend of ours. He coincidentally put a picture of him with Fat Joe.
Yeah, right. And knowing that we was going at it with him and shit. Because Fat Joe had people in our inbox threatening us, all this shit. First, they tried to be cool. Like, yo, don't fuck with Cuban League, blah, 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 blah. And we was like, fuck you, whatever, and shit. And then it got into threats. Blatonio did the diss track, and he got all the screenshots of the threats. Tony Sunshine's manager was like in my inbox, dog, like he had a crush on me or something, dog. He was like, I would go on my shit and I'd have like 1,000 messages from him and shit. And he kept saying, suck my dicks. I was like, no, that's what Tony Sunshine's for, motherfucker. Like, yo, dick, like, what the fuck?
He was saying that so much, it was like, yeah.
Yeah, it got ridiculous. Because when we first had Cuban Link on here, we just talked music, you know what I'm saying? We told him we ain't even going to talk about it. Towards the end, he said a little bit and shit. But he dropped some gems, some stories about his 2 times here in Detroit and shit. And he was talking about that he never told before. He was in the studio with Eminem and The Nine, Con Artist and shit. And fucking, he talked about that. He talked about how when he was with Terror Squad in Detroit and they got ran out of here because people was throwing bricks and bottles at Fat Joe and them and shit, and Exhibit brought him, and Cuban said they was ready to go out there, and Exhibit stopped him and was like, nah, they gonna kill you, though. Don't go out there, because I guess it started like a little riot outside the hotel. People were trying to get at Joe and shit, but and of course he said Joe was like hiding in a corner somewhere and shit with security and all that. They was trying to get out the room and go do something and shit, but then by the third time we had Cuban Link on, that's when they was really getting out of control with the threats and all that shit. So Cuban Link just came right on the show. He didn't hesitate. He dropped all their names. He was like, fuck Fat Joe, fuck Tony Sunshine. As soon as he came out, he named the manager and shit's name. He's like, fuck all them motherfuckers. Like, fuck it.
That's
Fuck
scary, though. Like, if you ain't gonna let somebody speak, though, that's crazy. At least if somebody got a problem with me, let them talk. You know what I mean? If you don't want them to talk, there's something you hiding.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. You hit the nail on the head.
What you just said right there, because that's true, and it's like, yeah.
Anybody speak.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They got something that they're hiding because they're getting upset. No, like, yeah, why are you so defensive? Yeah, when they do that.
Yeah.
So that's true.
No, for sure.
I mean, especially we're going to talk about a mutual friend. I'm just like, he's been called by different people, like from nobody's like us to also, people who've called him on and they don't address it. It's like, yeah, there's something wrong with somebody because they know that something might get leaked if they go on a live, meet me on Instagram right now live.
And that's probably where a lot of that gatekeeping shit is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's silencing. Yeah. So
because they know stuff about them, like, oh, I'm not gonna let to speak because
And
I
I got
gotta
a
show
feeling
me
our
wearing
homie
some weird
DLC
outfits.
got some shit to say about that, dog. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to. I got a feeling the DLC got a lot of shit to get off his chest, and some of it got to do with that gatekeeping shit, dog. I'm just saying that's just a little hint that might have something to do with that shit. So
yeah, because to me it's like there's always three sides to every story. You know, like with the that one side, the other side, and the truth.
Yeah.
But I think what's really coming to the forefront is somebody who's got something to hide more.
Right.
And if you don't have nothing to hide,
just like what
so,
they said. Look at who was it? Like Heavy D and I mean, as soon as they're about to drop a documentary, they passed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Even
that
his
was
wife, they
involved
say that girl Kim is
Kim
Diddy's
Porter.
baby mom. Yeah.
Kim
He
Porter.
died weird too. How'd she die?
Natural causes, they said. So they said she was 40-something years old and shit.
Yeah.
Same shit like Heavy
Naturally
D. Who else? There's a few. Black Rob. Fucking, he just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? And passed.
Loon or whatever. Loon.
Craig Mack is gone too. So,
Yeah, Craig Mack. Yeah, everybody that was down with Uptown except for Diddy and Albie Shore. But Albie Shore's was in a coma and almost died. You know what I'm saying? So right when he was about to do a documentary.
That's another weird thing. Like I'll be sure.
And same thing with Jamie Foxx just recently. He was supposedly about to say some shit, and he ended up almost dying and shit.
I think he died. He almost died from cocaine laced with fentanyl. I heard.
Yeah, I don't know.
I actually have a friend who just passed away like that too. So that shit's out there.
Yeah, rest in peace. That shit's an epidemic. I think they should blast every fentanyl dealer on the streets, for real. That's what I say, dog. Blast their ass. Yeah, Gutta said it. I ain't worried about it because I really don't.
I mean, it's a fact too. Like, why would you want to kill off your customers? Is what I'm.
Yeah, that's stupid as shit.
I'm trying to keep
easy money, I guess.
If you're making a business of doing it, why would you kill your customers off?
That's whole nother topic too.
That's that death. I got that death.
Got that death. Yeah, I got that death, man. It's gonna kill you.
I got that death.
Well, shit, we going out 2 hours, dog. I think we can. I haven't even ate today. I've been running around all fucking day doing shit. I didn't know. I'm glad we made it on time. I literally came in the door, shot straight up in here, and hit go on it. Lex was already on here, and so I was chopping it up with him a little bit before the show started to tell him. He didn't even know we was in Detroit. He was like, "Where y'all at?" and shit. So I told him. So I got a chance to tell him that you was in Arizona, Blatonio, and that me and brother Killachipmunkproductions is in Detroit and shit, and all that. So. But shout out to Lex, man. Lex Starwind. Make sure you check him out. He got the new album dropping. I believe he said March 8th. March 8th is dropping.
Yeah.
It's dope. I listened to it. It's fire. Y'all heard 2 tracks you ain't never heard before. That shit's fire. If you're on the Discord, you can go check him out and shit. If you rock with us and shit. But shout out to Philly, y'all. Philly hip hop. We look forward to having more guests on from Philly, dog.
Eat a bag of dicks, so if you in the Detroit area,
eat a bag of dicks and get you some Murder Mitten, Big Herc strain of weed and shit too. Yeah.
Murder Mitten.
And get you some Red Team Monte Cristo custom shades too and shit while you out here from MJ Diamonds.
So.
Yeah, so you artists that want to come into town and shit, you know what I'm saying? Big names and shit, do shows. We'll take you to MJ Diamonds. They lace you out and shit. You know what I'm saying? So get at us. You want to come to Detroit? Get at the Hood Smoker Podcast. We are the official podcast out of Detroit. Ask anybody. Detroit Music Award winning podcast. And Detroit to the world. We celebrate legends from all over, artists from all over, up and coming artists, legends, everybody from all over the map. Because it's hip hop worldwide. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, shout out to Philly. Shout out Tucson, Arizona. Shout out to Staten Island. We'll be in Staten Island on the next episode with Fez Taylor. Shout out to all New York. Shout out to the West Coast. Shit, Detroit.
Gotta get more Philly coming out too, man. Just send it our way. We got Chester McFly coming out, represent Philly here.
Check out John Murdoch too, though. He's really dope too.
Go check out Chester McFly. You see his name in the chat, y'all. Go. You can click right on it and take you to his page and shit in the chat. I gotta figure out how to get it on the bottom. Now I'm on the computer, so when I get off here, I can figure it out and shit. Figure how to put it over here.
I think I'm on SoundCloud too, on Chester McFly. I think I got some songs
so check
on there
him out,
too.
Chester McFly on SoundCloud.
I think that's one of the tracks you sent me was from SoundCloud, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you ever Google your name and see what popped up?
It might surprise you.
No, actually, I looked up. It's crazy because I'm named after my uncle Johnny who came to this country. He died on this motorcycle. He got hit by like a car. It said no trucks allowed. And he got hit by a truck on a street that said no trucks allowed. So it's crazy. He was a pothead. So my mom, my grandma thought I was like him reincarnated and shit. But then I looked it up. Yeah, I looked it up like my name. And there was another Johnny Denisio who died in California in like the 60s, like the same way. Got hit by a car on a motorcycle. So that's why I won't ride a motorcycle.
Does Batty Boy sound familiar?
Yeah, that's me. That's
I found you. I'm about to play it, all right? You good with that? You got a story behind it? You got a story behind it?
I'm thinking if I use the F word in there, the other one.
That's all right. If it's in the music, it's okay.
Oh, and music is okay. It's just like, if we said it right now, like, hey, Europe. Yeah.
You got a story
you can play
behind
Batty Boy. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about with my neighbor. I play that shit.
Oh, all right. Let's get it. Batty Boy, Chester McFly. Philly in the house. Let's go.
Batty Boy.
Alone. Are you all alone?
You alone in your home. Batty Boy, you's a fucking bitch. Talking all that shit. Your voice with the pitch. You's a fucking snitch. Look at your eyes, motherfucker, dig a ditch. I don't give a fuck, always clucking like a bitch. Look into your eyes, no, you's a fucking bitch. Oh, I try to be a man and talk to you. What you gonna do? You run away and walk with you. Not really living and gimping, these bitches talking that shit, motherfucker. You alone, no pimping. Oh, when's the last time you had a bitch? Never. You's a fucking fruitcake any weather. If it's cold, you're gay. And it's hot, you're gay. No matter what you say, you're fucking gay, you're gay. Oh. Gay-ree. You's a fucking gay retard. That's why they called you gay-ree. Can't you see? You's a bitch all day. You could bump your music, don't matter cause you gay. Oh, Batty Boy, bitch, what you gonna do? Call someone on me, then you snitch. Your plan ain't working, don't think. This motherfucker flushed his own shit down the sink. Yeah, he flushed his shit down the sink. You dirty motherfucker, you live alone, you don't think. Never gonna get no fucking bitch, don't think. You's alone for no reason. Oh, cause you is alone and you pleasing, you's a bitch. Everybody knows the reason, you's a bitch.
Playing?
Run away, bitch, you gay. I don't play, do this shit every day. Bitch, no it don't go away. Oh, right away, you bitch. Look into your eyes. I bump into my shit cause I can see your own demise. You a bitch. Never gotta be disguised, you's a bitch. All kinds of fucking size, oh. Bitches always looking to your eyes, bitch. You took it away. It's a bitch all day. What can I say? Bitch.
What can I say? You's a bitch all day, motherfucker. Now, I don't know if you dropped actually the F word, but you did say the G word a whole lot.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, that was for this dude lived above me, which actually I found out some not too good things about him after I left. That he shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have known because I had kids living there. I was just put it to you that way, and I found it after I left. So I should have known that at first, which is real messed up.
Your mic's muted, Blatonio.
Nope.
What up, though? If you just tap it in, smash like we just had Lex Starwind in the building right now. Brother King X, I don't know what happened.
The gang gang was gang gang is the other G word. Gang gang.
But we got Chester McFly, Blatonio, Todd, J Gutta in the building. Make sure you smash like on the way in, y'all. We just played Chester McFly. We celebrating Philly hip hop. That flyer up there, that's our next guest coming up this Wednesday, the 28th. Fez Taylor from Staten Island. But yeah, that was Chester McFly. Yeah, he threw the.
That guy was also leaning towards. Remember that guy who was saying a couple of different things. You know, like where you wouldn't want your kids around him and stuff. Yeah, there was a person trying to do that, and well, like you said earlier today, you know about there's somebody who has something to hide, but if you're willing to speak up to it, okay, there it goes.
Yeah, because if you can face the music, you can face anything. If you can't face the music, you shouldn't be in the music. And that's the problem. That's all who is in the music, it seems like lately, if that makes any sense.
It does, yep. Yeah.
No doubt.
No.
But yeah, no, it was a dope episode. I'm looking forward to going to Staten Island and chopping it up with Fez Taylor. Shout out to Philly hip hop and shit. We're going to definitely have some more guests on from Philly. And
I look forward to coming out to Philly and like kicking it over there, man.
Yeah, I'll take you to an Eagles game or something crazy. You like,
yeah, I've never been to Philly. I was in Pittsburgh though and shit. I cut through Pittsburgh. I ain't never been to Philly though.
If you go to like an Eagles game in the playoffs, like just you ain't even gotta go in, just chill in the parking lot. You'll see some crazy shit.
Yeah, Parking
Did
lot.
you see somebody was eating horse poop from the cat? Like they had like after we won the Super Bowl. Like, eat the horse poop, I'll give you $50. He's eating it. Yeah.
I'll probably get jumped down there because I'll be down there busting the Lions jersey and shit. I'll probably get jumped by a bunch of Eagles fans.
Nah, as long as it ain't is that a Cowboys jersey? They hate the Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys. Nah, I'm just playing. I ain't gonna say fuck the Cowboys.
I'll say it for you. Fuck the Cowboys. They ain't done shit since '96. You know what I mean? They hate us because like we finally won. When we finally won, man, that's what you gonna feel like if you finally win one. The one, I didn't think we'd go ever get it though as an Eagles fan because we would get to the NFC Championship. That was like 4 years in a row, and we would lose all the time. McNabb, When I had a jersey autographed by him, I'm like, this is gonna be worth money. And my friends who were like Giants fans and Dallas were like, you ain't never gonna win shit. And that shit
McNabb was a beast.
Yeah, he has the same birthday as me. November 25th.
Randall Cunningham was a beast too. I remember when I was younger, that was like one of my favorite quarterbacks was Randall Cunningham and Joe Montana and shit.
They called him Plastic
John
Man.
Elway too and shit.
Yeah, you ever see that game where he got hit by like it was like LT and he like bent all the way forward?
Oh
like,
man.
That
changed the game, right? That's the play that changed the game where they made a new rule after that and shit. I think like where you can't. They made a new that is I don't know a personal foul or something like that. I don't know some shit. It was after that.
He had a cannon too. I seen him throw one like 100-yard. He had like 100-yard pass or something. Didn't you ever see that?
Yeah, no.
Like from the end zone.
Yeah, I was a big Randall Cunningham fan and shit. Yeah. And he had them legs too. He was like one of the first quarterbacks that was like he made that shit like that was
he was
before
the first Mike
quarterbacks
Vick.
were running it. Yeah.
But
that's when linebackers was like 400 pounds, big, fat, slow dudes. Now they're in shape. You know what I'm saying? They're like 225 buff dudes coming at you. So you got to be able to run now if you're a quarterback and shit. Like we got a quarterback that stands in the pocket a lot, but we always did in that. So we got to have a strong offense.
Yeah, but he's big and athletic. Did you ever see that video where Eminem went to the Lions camp and he's like, you're a lot taller than I thought you were.
Yeah.
And like, I thought he was like Eminem's size. I was like, that guy's tall as shit.
Hey, when I met Matt Stafford, that's what I thought. Because I was working on his water heaters in his basement. We did the plumbing in his whole house that was getting built in Franklin, Michigan, and fucking something was going on with his motherfucking water heater. So I'm down there working on him. I got a lion scully on too and shit. But he come downstairs. He had a D hat on, Detroit Tigers hat on, and he's like, I was trying to get him to work. He was like, I was reading the manual. Do you need the book? I'm like, no, I don't need that, like the instruction manual for the water heaters and shit. And I'm like, no, I don't need that shit. But he was looking like he wanted a friend, but I didn't want to act like no fanatic, you know what I'm saying? To be like, yo, let me get a picture, let me do. He had his dog with him, but he was cool, but he was big as hell. I'm like, damn, he's like 6'7", fucking big as hell. I didn't know he was that damn big. I'm like, holy shit. But he still had Texas or Georgia, Texas plates on his car.
Cable guy from ship and shit. Cable guy.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you want to sleep over? We can hang out sometime.
See, I was never really like that. Like until I met, I was in the elevator once at Iverson. I went to a Sixers game. I swear to God, that motherfucker had an aura around him. He was glowing. Like you know how like Chappelle said, like when he saw like when he was Rick James and shit.
Oh
He had like
yeah,
an aura around him and shit.
okay. You're meaning about Charlie Murphy, like describe it about like that. But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
aura.
When I saw Iverson in the elevator, he was fucking glowing. And he listened to this. And then when I seen him, he was going in his car. And I was like, yo, let me get an autograph. He's like, all right. Then I went down and he took off. I'm like, he just crossed me up. Because, you know what I mean? I went to get an autograph. He pulled out. Like, fuck, he crossed me up without crossing me up.
The fuck is practice? Fuck needs practice.
They said like one of his good friends died then or something. He was like pissed off like before that interview, and they're like asking him questions about practice, and like he's thinking about life and death shit at that point. That's I heard what was going on.
Yeah. No, I was geeked when he came to Detroit. I'm like, yeah, we got Allen Iverson, but then he's like gone and shit. He said that it was because of the casinos. He got addicted to the casinos, but then
They
I
say
heard that
'cause
6 man, he was coming off the
The
bench.
hand check.
Yeah, he
The
didn't want
hand
to
check, they're like he got beat up a lot. Like you can't do that now. He probably would last a lot long, like in today's NBA, I think.
Right, yeah, because he was always little guy taking it to the hole.
You can't hand check and do that shit now in the NBA. Like that's why like, Kyrie looks so good. Like if AI played against Kyrie, I think you smoke him.
Yeah, that
Like
was
prime AI, prime.
Shit, the Bad Boys, the Pistons would have never won it back to back with the Bad Boys playing the way they played and shit. I mean, every game was like a motherfucking fight broke. I was like watching hockey and shit. Fucking.
You don't remember that? Like you beat us.
Yeah, Philly.
Like,
we fought with
yeah.
Charles Barkley, all them dudes. I remember Philly and Detroit got both benches cleared and shit. Lambeer threw. I think Bill Lambeer threw. I think Barkley blew Rick Mahorn's shit out, and Lambeer like came out of nowhere, and then everything. They just all got into it and shit. That was a normal
Love fighting Philly.
I was at a game in Larry Bird threw the ball. It was Boston and the Pistons. Larry Bird threw the ball at Bill Lambeer, and Bill Lambeer just blew his shit out. They both got ejected though, but it started.
You never seen when Dr. J beat the fuck out of Larry Bird, and they were holding his arms back, and he's just peppering Larry Bird's face. He's just beating the shit out of Larry Bird. Yeah, Charles Barkley. Yeah, Charles Barkley. I think in what should we call it? Duncanstein. What's his name? They were holding his arms. So like, what should we call it? Dr. Duncanstein. I forget his fucking name. What the fuck is his name? That guy, Daryl Dawkins.
Oh,
Daryl Dawkins and Charles Barkley are holding his arms, and Dr. J just punching him in the fucking face. There's videos of it. Yeah.
When Bill Lambeer beat his ass, the whole stadium in Detroit was chanting "Poor Larry." There was it was a whole chant saying "Poor Larry, poor." You just heard the whole crowd. He looked like he was crying and shit. Like Lambeer beat the tears out of his ass and shit. Like fucking.
He hated Lambeer. I know that.
And shout out to Tommy the Hitman Hearns too. He used to sit a couple seats in front of us. Our tickets and shit. We had season tickets back then, like during the Bad Boys days. I was young and shit, but my pops had them. So I used to go to the games and shit, playoffs, finals, all that shit. It was pretty dope.
I used to have Sixers season tickets, and I went with my dad. My first Sixers game was when they had the Spectrum, and I had to go to the bathroom, and there was some dude in there, like, couldn't wait, I guess, and he just took a shit in the middle of the floor. Like, this is my first memory at a Sixers game. You understand? Like, this is burned in my head. Like, I went into bed, and my dad's like, don't look. And I'm like, why is he shitting on the floor? Like, but that's Philly. You see what I mean? Like, crazy shit like that. That's my first Sixers game, man. Ain't that nuts? I don't remember the game, but I remember the turd. You know?
Yeah, I don't know if I've been at a game and somebody was doing that.
That'll always be burned in your memory. Yeah.
I can imagine you like
shout out to Philly. Shitting in the bathroom on the floor at the Sixers game. Shout out to Philly.
Yeah. Like, hey, your dad would be pissed off if you decided to shit on the floor, but this guy decided to do it. And he's like, okay.
Just look away. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't look at him though.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, I figure we're gonna go ahead and jump out of here. We're gonna end with we ended with the Chester McFly track. We played 2 of Lex Starwind's tracks. We got Fez Taylor coming up next. Anything y'all want to say? Any last thing y'all want to say before we jump up out of here?
Much love to everybody right here. Chester McFly, thanks for making it happen. Philly in the building, interviews right there. We got a lot, you're here for the long haul. we both are in here for the long haul.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Jay Gutta, my brother King X. You know, I'm sure he had to dip out a little bit early. But definitely we got some good things going on, and I don't want to take up the mic. Everybody else do your shout outs. Everybody in the crowd, much love.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say a special shout out to Lex. Thanks for coming on tonight. It was amazing having him. I just wish I could have thought of some better questions. At the time, like I just, I should have thought of the questions a little better. But other than that, shout out to my girl, kids, anybody else. That's pretty much it.
Hell yeah. Much love to everybody that's tuned in. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday and Saturday night live on the Hood Smoker Podcast, because we just coming with it consistently. We ain't stopping. We at 254 tonight in the books. That's another one, y'all. Much love when we out. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, share, spread the word. You know what I'm saying? Everything's growing organically. We'll be at 8K here probably tomorrow. So then when we hit 10K, we got another giveaway, which will probably be in like a week or two. So probably sooner, I'm just saying. But so get ready for that. Shout out Dirty B and shit. That's one of the prizes, a gift. And you get a bag of dicks if you're in Michigan.
Yeah, and if you're in the Detroit area, get you a bag of dicks. Eat you a bag of dicks.
Even Michigan, Bay City, Saginaw, Flint, wherever.
Outside of Michigan, get you a bag of dicks shirt.
Yeah, you can get a bag of dicks shirt. Eat a bag of dicks. From Southwest Detroit, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Southwest, West Side, East Side, all of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But much love, y'all. Blatonio, Todd, brotherkingx. Shout out to Lex Starwind. Shout out to Chester McFly. Shout out to JP. Checked his new album
get that
out.
shirt after you do it, Chester McFly, so we ain't forgot.
Yeah. Shout out to all y'all in the chat that tuned in. I seen shout out to Video Matt too and shit. I seen Louis the Fourth in the chat. I know that's Video Matt's people and shit. Go check out Video Matt Presents if y'all ain't up on him and shit. I've had him on the show twice. He's pretty dope. He was a rapper and he's a personality, dope content creator. He got over 100,000 subscribers, started from scratch. They took his YouTube down after like 12 million and shit, some crazy number and shit, and took him down over controversy. He started from scratch in a year, got over 100,000 subscribers on there. So go check him out. He's pretty dope. But much love, y'all. We out. The Hood Smoker Podcast.
Peace.
Peace.
What up, dog? Welcome to the Hood Smoker Podcast, the hottest #1 podcast based out of Detroit, Michigan. And now, with your hosts, Jay Gutta, Brother King X, Blatonio Todd, and the rest of the Hood Smoker Squad. We don't do no Vlad stuff. We don't do no Adam stuff. We keep packing in the legends, respect them, and keep adding up. So pack a blunt or two, maybe grab a brew and a snack for you, and leave behind your attitude and get ready as we snap into the Hood Smoker Podcast.